So our today's topic is hypothesis. So hypothesis is a first step for the data analysis. Before starting with the data analysis, we have to make a hypothesis. So hypothesis, so the meaning of hypothesis is a statement which we have to prove either true or false with our data analysis. So we collect the data, we analyze it, and we have to prove that particular statement to be true or false. So hypothesis is not a fact, it is a statement which has to be proved true or false from our data analysis. So for that we have a two type of hypothesis. One is the null hypothesis and the second one is alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis is presented by H naught and alternate by HA. So null hypothesis always says, as the name says, null. So there is a no difference between the two things. So let's explain with this an example. Suppose a drug company is there wants to launch a new drug, that is maybe the Crocin Plus, existing as the Crocin, and he wants to launch a new drug which is Crocin Plus, and the company wants to check whether the Crocin Plus is better than the initial Crocin or not. So for that the company has made the hypothesis, a statement that null hypothesis means Crocin Plus has no difference as in efficiency as compared to Crocin. So that means Crocin plus is equal to Crocin. So there is no difference between the efficiencies, means they are same in efficiencies. So it will be null hypothesis. And alternate is the Crocin plus is better than the Crocin. There will be a difference in the both the two. That will be your alternate hypothesis. So alternate hypothesis is always the contradiction to the null hypothesis. So it always complement to each other. So now if we talk of this, we have to analyze this now. So for that we collect the data, maybe we'll give the Crocin to 100, 150 or the sample size. Then we collect the data and we'll see how much the patients are being cured from this Crocin plus and from this Crocin. If the numbers is greater, we are claiming that our null hypothesis is rejected. So it is better, Crocin plus is better than Crocin. So for that we have to check at a particular level of significance. So level of significance here plays an important role. Now if we can see, the Crocin plus is significantly different from the Crocin. So that is significance, which we can say the level of significance, and the another is level of confidence. Both are again the contradiction. Like if suppose if we can say 95% level of confidence means 5% is the level of significance. So if we check at 5% level of significance, then we can say we are 95% confidence that our results is correct. So Crocin plus is actually better, and we are saying it is better in 95% of the cases. 5% of the cases might be the reciprocate case, that it is not better, but we are explaining that it is better than the product. So it will be, so if we check at 5% level of significance, means we are only in the error case of 5%, and 95% cases I am correct. So that is the significance of the level of significance. So if in case we want more confidence, we cannot afford the confidential level, we can have the more confidence level, maybe 99% or 1% level of significance. So it depends upon our product criteria at which we want to have a 99% level of confidence or 95% of level of confidence, and so on. So for that we have the hypothesis errors. So hypothesis errors is, it will be type 1 error and type 2 error. So this will be explained by the following graph. So suppose we have made this graph, this will be the null hypothesis, true, or null hypothesis false. This is the actual condition, and then we have either accept it or we have to reject it. So I have two decisions in this. and again H naught. This is all on H naught. This is not on alternate hypothesis. We can only reject or accept the null hypothesis. We are not, if null hypothesis is accepted, our decision is acceptance of null hypothesis. If it is not, it is the rejection of null hypothesis. We are never say that we reject the we never say that we accept the alternate or we reject the alternate. So always decision is based on null. If null is accepted, it's okay. If null is rejected, automatically means the acceptance of alternate. But we are never saying that we accept the alternate hypothesis. So in this case, the criteria can be the null hypothesis is true. Null hypothesis is true in case of our example like crocin plus is equal to crocin. So there is no difference between the new drug and the old drug. So that is actual in this particular condition means the crocin plus is equal to crocin. There is no difference between the two. And in null hypothesis, if it is false means crocin plus is actually better than the crocin. So this is the actual conditions. Now according to the data, if crocin plus is equal to crocin and we accept it, it will be a case of no error. But suppose we reject H naught. Reject H naught means we are saying that crocin plus is better, but actually the crocin plus is same as that of crocin. So it will be like type 1 error. So this will be our type 1 error in which we are claiming that crocin plus is better than crocin, but actually it is same. So it is a type 1 error. Then in this situation, crocin plus is better than crocin and we are rejecting it. Again there will be no error. But if crocin plus is better than crocin and we are saying and we are accepting H naught means crocin plus is equal to crocin, so that means we have an error in our result which is known as type 2 error. So being a researcher, we have to analyze and the results must be free from errors. So our result must be error free. So for that this situation will be like this, but errors are always there in our calculations and in our research. So we can have to trade off. So the trade off means we have to reduce these errors, but the irony is we can reduce the error either of type 1 or type 2, because if we increase type 1, type 2 will decrease, and if we want to decrease type 2, type 1 will increase. So both the errors cannot be decreased simultaneously. So we have to seek which is our priority in our case. So it depends upon the product to product. For example, let's be, and this type 1 error signifies your level of significance. So this level of significance will be your type 1 error, and type 1 error will decide that how much probability we want to win for surety. So for that we'll take the example. One is the same example, crocin and crocin plus. So crocin plus is greater than crocin. So in our the previous example we are saying crocin plus is equal to crocin, that the crocin plus is not better than crocin, and we have here it is no error. Here we are saying that we are rejecting the null, that means crocin plus is better than crocin, which is type 1, and actually the crocin plus is better than crocin and we are rejecting it, mean no error. But here it means, and we are declaring that crocin plus is equal to crocin, which is a type 2 error. Now in this case, that if we are making the data analysis on this, actually the new drug is same as that of crocin, and we are declaring that it is better than the, it is better, that means the type 1 error, which means that in case it is better, I launch this product in the market, but actually it is not better. So the result may be it leads to the death of the individual. So we have to be very sure in this particular case that our type 1 error must be as minimum as possible, because if this type 1 error will be higher, then the maybe the inefficient drug goes to the market and it may lead to the fatal results, so that may creates a problem for the company. So in this particular case we should be very sure that the type 1 error must be very and very minimum. So we have to check this particular condition at 99% level of confidence. Maybe we cannot afford even 5% level of significance in that. We have to be very sure 99% in the cases that are crocin, the drug should be better. But in case we'll change the product to a eraser. Now the company wants to launch a new eraser, suppose eraser plus and eraser. So now we'll seek the same situation over here. If eraser plus is equal, actually the new eraser is not better, but we are declaring it as a better and we are launched into the market. It will not result into the fatal consequences. But the problem comes over here. If the eraser is better, new eraser is better than the previous one, and we are saying they are equal, we are not launched in the market. So all R&D expenses incurred by the company in producing this eraser, new eraser, will be lost because it will not launch in the product because we have given this particular decision. So in this case, I can compromise on type 1, but I cannot compromise on type 2 in case of eraser, because it will leads to my whole R&D expenses to a loss. So the company can compromise on type 1 in case of eraser, but it cannot compromise on type 1 in case of crocin. So that will determine your type 1 error or type 2 error. So which signifies and which is a decision making for you in deciding your level of significance. In case of fatal product, you have to be very sure that your level of significance may be 1% or maybe even less. But in case of the non-fatal products, you can have the level of significance to a higher level, 5%, 10%, and so on. So in this situation, you can decide your level of significance. So for each and every data analysis, you require this level of significance. By default, it is 5%. But seeking your situation, you have to take a decision that at which level of significance you want to do your data analysis. So for the data analysis, we'll go in the next subsequent lectures that what can be the various data analysis tools we can apply on that. So the various data analysis tool that will be like, first the category will be parametric test and the non-parametric test. So we'll discuss all these in the subsequent chapter, but the thing is, in this chapter we have to analyze that what will be the appropriate level of significance to do our data analysis. Thank you.